feed them the energy that they need in order to win. And so that's what the Bro Tax is. So I appreciate the question, though. It's so fantastic that we get that live here in Lol Park. And I hope we answer the question.
We need to keep the LCK accessible for everyone.
Exactly.
If you don't know something, just ask. We're not going to make fun of you.
And if you can't afford it, like that's totally
okay.
fine as well. Like if you are watching, maybe you watch on YouTube. Maybe you can't actually build up the wealth of points. Maybe you go all in on Bro every time, and they don't necessarily win all the time.
Maybe you never built them up.
Yeah.
That too is cool. You know, but if you have it and you are a Bro fan, I'm sorry, you can't hoard points and be a Bro fan. It's not how it works.
And in fact, I actually have quite a few accrued, so I'm going to need to probably throw them into the Bro wishing well.
I'm just so happy we get to 6. Atlas, because we've had some funny business here today.
We certainly have.
And I don't want it to be over. I also have the hiccup, so I apologize in advance.
No, that's absolutely fine.
Actually, I feel like that kind of feels apt for this series.
I think, honestly, doing it with the hiccups is probably only going to improve it.
That's never happened to me in 5 years.
Really? Never had hiccups on broadcast?
I don't think so, no.
I've never actually, I've never had uncontrollable hiccups. I have been walking to the desk, and the hiccups have been there, but they've gone away for the show.
No, this is uncharted territory, but I feel like it's very, And now
you're just scared every sentence as well? Oh, goodness.
It's great. It's good.
It's at an extra layer of drama. Oh, the Rise group didn't need that. Like next Legend group game, please bring some hiccups.
But now I'm worried now that I've drawn attention to it that it'll just be gone, which is also fine, because then we can actually talk about the game.
Which, you know, might happen. A Lulu ban. That is a choice.
No, I get it, because they knew that Diablo's like, pick me Zeri.
Pick me Zeri,
yeah. Pick me Zeri right now. No, he can't pick Zeri.
Well,
what do you first pick here? Jarvan?
That is the question.
I think Jarvan actually goes kind of hard.
Azir is still up,
kind of a no-brainer, yeah.
That is a good idea. But what does close? Oh my goodness!
It's Yone. No, Yone is banned.
Yeah, it's Akali. Wait, he is Akaliing this. Oh my god, no, it's Swain!
No, it's not Swain.
Okay, it's not Swain.
It's not Swain.
We're not allowed to have that. Oh, Pantheon's up! Pantheon's up!
Okay, but I think that's okay. I think as good as Pantheon is, I think that there are comps that beat him. You look Skarner here, which, you know what? I don't want to see
Does that feel good?
I don't want to see Raptor on Skarner, actually, now that I think about it.
Oh, is it brand? No, it's not brand time. You can't brand Pigeon. That's not it.
No, you can't brand Pigeon, unfortunately. Well, you can. Like, there's
Poppy.
No rule saying you can't. Poppy's good.
Oh, Jarvan's fun.
So Jarvan I like, because I think it's a good matchup into Pantheon, because you actually, one of the few weaknesses Pantheon has is that he does get stuck, right? Like, he doesn't really have a way out outside of just Eing away, basically. The downside of this, obviously, is that Lucian doesn't really care nearly as much. Are we blinding the clear Sante?
Wow.
Well, Renekton's gone.
It would be a pretty powerful lane. Oh, Camille's up, though. Is that a thing that you can do into Cassante?
Camille. Hit me with the Morgan Garen, dude.
Oh.
More Garen?
More Garen. That's what I need in my life.
Watch him pick Cho'Gath. Wait.
He could just do that.
Wait.
Do they ban... So wait, they need to ban Cho'Gath and like another thing that Morgan wants to play so that he will play Garen.
Is Morgan's tank play the best in this group?
Is Morgan's play the best in the world?
No, you don't want... okay.
Because both of the answers to those questions is yes. I just needed you to understand, you know, the gravity of the yes that I was going to say.
Well, no, I know that, but I want your actual answer.
Yes, I actually think he's a phenomenal tank player.
No, yeah.
All jokes aside.
Yeah, okay, that's just because I wanted to highlight him. I'm like, is it anyone else? It's not clear. It's not.
Oh, I highlighted too much. It was a bit blinding.
It's not doo-doo. No way. Well, yeah, you made it sound like a joke. I'm not joking. I'm very serious.
Oh, neither was I.
We're just banning. Are we banning Yuumi next? Like, what? Oh, Bard. Okay.
Brad.
Wait.
No magical journeys this time.
Is Kellen gonna like slam Soraka or Yuumi here? Is that actually what's gonna happen? Like they picked Braum face up. I'm not even joking.
Honestly, probably a good idea. And like, Kellen, you can see they're cooking. He could also like
Renata.
Yeah, there could be a Renata angle. It is Kellen.
His Renata was once upon a time absolutely lethal.
Yeah, actually the best in the league, I'm pretty sure. He's certainly put a whole lot of games into it and was very, very good.
Also, if Closer slams a card, which he shouldn't, by the way.
Oh, yo, Rick! Remember, Morgan was the one that debuted this champion. So gonna, oh my, Kalista Renata. That's gonna be what we're doing.
Yep. Oh, Diablo's gonna be doing some gliding.
Let's see whether it's going to work. I mean, it means that he has a way of getting out of the ghoulie wall.
That's as happy as Kellen gets, by the way. That's a full-on smile for that man.
Yep. So Kalista Renata coming in. Now the final lock-in is Closer.
Do not pick a Kali into Renata, Closer, please.
It's LeBlanc. Okay. Okay, bros are cooking. And I don't know, like, it's played the music in Breath of the Wild. We just don't know whether it's dubious or not just yet. The smoke and mirrors for this composition, though, is certainly there. So,
okay, but what does the comp actually do?
Hopefully not teamfight. I think that's how it works.
Okay, so you have a strong 2v2, right? I can see the split pushing potential. But what if that doesn't work?
What do you mean doesn't work?
What if you actually at some point have to fight for an objective?
You just win. Did you see what the bros did at the end of the previous game? You
know what, bros? I'm happy to be proven wrong. Hit me with your best shot. Show me what you got. Oh my God, we have. I'm loving these fan signs, man.
It's actually dope. I don't like that they're BNK fan signs because I'm obviously bro biased.
Wait,
these fan signs, though.
We actually have both fan signs. We have the OK man bro eating the desert fox, and then we had the flip side before.
And we also all week we've just been having these fan signs of like mascots eating other mascots, and it's absolutely fantastic.
It's just a fist fight between the mascots now.
It absolutely is.
I love it, Atlas.
I don't know whether I necessarily love the pro draft, but they've made magic happen before. We'll see whether it can happen again.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift for game number 3, the 6th of the day. And I want to give the floor over to Count Merloin from Reddit. And this is the first comment in the thread after game number 2. And he said, I don't know what I watched, but please give me more of this. And honestly, I don't think anything has epitomized the Rise group more than that sentence.
And that really is what you want out of any art.
Absolutely.
You know, like you want it to elicit an emotional response. As a closer is going to feel very emotional, losing half his health bar as LeBlanc.
Yeah.
And going...
He didn't. His passive is still up.
Yeah, so they should know that Kelton's in there, but he still, for some reason, gets free E off. And now Closer's just going to start... Okay, so the emotion that we're feeling now is despair.
Yes, there's a little bit of that.
For the start of this laning phase. Now, we do know laning phase is not the be-all end-all in this draft. But yeah, I think that's the cool thing about League games, you know? Like, League doesn't always have to be all life or death situation. Sometimes we just enjoy what is in front of us.
Yep.
And I think that the Rise group does that the way that Challengers does as well. Just at an elevated level.
Yep. And sometimes what you don't understand isn't necessarily not good. Sometimes we just don't quite comprehend how good it is, right? And I think that is kind of the Rise group.
The Rise group is the League of Legends equivalent of a cult classic.
Yeah.
You know, like, it might not be as popular when it is at first perceived, but let's be very real. In due time, I think it will be recognized for what it is, which is peak League of Legends.
Well, there's an Electrocute prop as Handshake back onto Hype. Not exactly optimal here, as the barrier does need to be employed. Only 100 health left. Does level up, so gets an extra 100, but not feeling fantastic here so far.
Their jungler is pathing away from the Atlas. Things are not looking good. They still have heal. Diablo does. They're gonna dive. Like, I know these two. They shouldn't, because I don't think they know where the jungle is. But they might. Okay, they're not going to. I think that's the right call. I think you just look for a nice little tempo base here. Call it there, or you can keep the pressure up. That's also fine.
Well, looks like they are going to be sticking around for just a little while. Hype obviously is going to be going back home It's clear looking a little worse for Where Morgan having a good time in this matchup for the moment.
I had kind of hoped that Raptor would adjust his pathing because I think there was actually a dive opportunity there. It is a little hard into Lucian Brom, right? The passive is still a big deal, and Lucian has a lot of mobility. His Closer.
Closer went in. He is looking to just kill him at first blood! Goes over to the LeBlanc. She does die for it, but she was gonna die anyway! All right, Closer, I'm a believer.
I mean, you trade 1 for 1, and I don't really
Ignore the flashes.
Well, yeah, so there's the flash, but also the wave state isn't great.
Well, they both teleport back simultaneously. And now it's that dive you were talking about. The Brom nowhere in sight as Hype doing his very best to be okay.
Side
Slash the Flag and Dragon, that's pretty good, but still gonna get the answering kill. Is almost a double as Raptor. I don't think the shield would have necessarily mattered too much, but still that was very close because that turret was well and truly ramped up. There's a lot of 1-for-1s in this game as now Diablo is gonna get tagged by Polo, but it's just Polo.
Yeah, Polo does not. Yeah, Polo needs to be careful. In the long trade, you don't win that.
All right, we're going to check this one out from Closer's perspective.
Closer getting the best out of a bad situation, right? As you highlight, as we take another look here, hits level 4, and I think that's the window for him to win with the W in. And then that flash forward, I actually think, again, it depends on what they can do with it. As Kalin, his claw goes wide, and then, yeah, so
he got bailed out and then
got bailed out but died.
Yeah, just died.
So the timing there was a little... It's hard though, right? Because you can see how much damage the turret was doing. And then also they swapped, and then I guess Clear is just going to TP in and hope he doesn't get demolished.
Well, there is an entire wave that is just getting eliminated there towards the bottom side of the map. And
this
so Croco is just going to park himself.
Oh, wait, yeah, with Raptor, I don't think they can... I think they're going to be... But they got the plate, so for Bro, it's not the end of the world.
And they do spot Raptor out. That's a really good ward giving them that information. As I do love how Closer has been playing this so far on this LeBlanc. Just as aggressive as he possibly can. It almost looks like he's unaware of how much health he has at the majority of the time.
I do think is how you have to play LeBlanc. It's also, I think, a pretty hard game for BNK to actually lock down Closer, you know? Like any hard CC, any guaranteed CC is always going to be really, really good. As
Vickler is now chained once again, but the shield does come on through. That's going to help him out. Shifting Sands going to be pretty good in this moment, but now completely out of the blue stuff. And so he's going to have to vacate the area. He will leave. No teleport available as now Hype underneath this turret. And, oh man, look at Croco and Polo. They are just the dynamic duo. As Vickler will move back in once again. Actually elected not to go back home. And there is still a Jarvan lurking.
I don't think Closer is going to go for it this time, guys. As,
all right, Polo might, as the handshake is pretty good. Hype dashing forward, though, looking for an opportunity towards Diablo. We do have to maybe touch on the Kalista buffs, as Kellen did have to use both of his summoner spells. The Kalista buffs weren't aimed for the early game.
No.
They were aimed for like 2-item spike. The extra AP does mean that your Ren does a decent chunk more damage after Rageblade has been stacked up. Yet to see quite what that means, as Morgan going to get popped back, but the Ghoulies doing a bunch of work.
That was so close. If Claire finds the W there, actually hits him with the Pathmaker, could have been Morgan getting slammed into the turret. Instead, not going to be the case, as both junglers still looking for much more of an impact. I know Raptor has an assist, but come on now. He threw an E.
Do you know what's funny?
Tell me. Oh, actually, no, he ganked bot. Why did I?
Objectives. Objectives are funny. They're just not necessary.
I actually thought he got an assist in mid, but I guess he didn't.
Vickler is going to get electrocuted. As Closer does pop himself back.
I love that the solution for both these two mids is I will just dash into you. And that's just it. Yeah, no, the bot line dive is, of course, what got the early lead. And so you were talking about objectives.
Ooh, they are actually going to start one, as Morgan employs the Maiden here as well. She's going to help out. As BNK will be able to push another wave into this turret. Looks like Hype is going to be there to defend, and Polo is going to be around if necessary. Level 4 for the Brom. A little bit unfortunate, as the Maiden going to come back around again. And there's just a lot of things here on this bottom side. BNK looking for the grubs. That is going to be the trade for the Dragon.
Is it? We'll have to see. I think the contest is definitely going to come through here for Bro.
Yeah.
But trying to fight a Kalista at level 6, it's always a big risk.
It's going to be a tough one. Closer is now rotating over first. The culling does come on through. There is the Cataclysm. The double knockup with the Fate's Call is so good. And down goes the Braum. That is going to be the first one in this fight. But Closer is already out of there. Croco trying to leave. And Hype should also be able to vacate the area. But the Bros not feeling great about this one. The flash is going to get answered by Closer, as Vikla was looking for it. The Bros under a lot of pressure here. That is going to be Feats of Warfare going over to BNK.
We do see that early skirmish power come through. That was a big investment, though. A lot of flashes used on either side. Polu, Closer, Vikla, Diablo, all without one now. But it's the turn that comes through here. When initially they were member down, right? But it's the immediate turn here onto
the
Polu.
flash into the knockup as well.
Yeah.
Not great.
From Raptor, or onto Closer and Polu there. And that also means that the situation is a little bit awkward for Hype. Doesn't actually get that much value out of his ultimate. And he can't really walk up after that. So the turn there, nicely done. Great use of the Renata ultimate. That's now 2 kills going over to Diablo. And Vikla also feeling a little better here in the 1v1, although...
Yep. You're saying?
Well, that was the 1v1.
Right.
Basically did not feel great in the 2v1.
Yeah, 2v1
1v2,
is not going great. 1v1 was fine. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, 1v1 was looking alright. Not great, but alright.
Well,
Big win there for Bro.
yeah, and they need this, right? They need Closer to be scary, as the Maiden just really wants to get away, and she will. As Ludens is actually completed here. Only about 350 gold ahead in the mid lane matchup, but that first spike going to be a big deal. Especially because she's back out onto the map with that item. As look at Croco, he was just waiting. He was like, Closer, go in. Go and kill him.
I think he's waiting for Closer to specifically get the chain. Right, the moment the chain comes through, you know the kill is guaranteed. Croco just going for maximum damage, not really worried with the damage that this here can do to him, which makes sense. And also Vikla didn't level because he used it in the topside play. And right now, actually have Claire going for a very early Thorn Mill, which into Yorick and into a Pantheon does make a decent amount of sense. Sunlit Sky is also just kind of... Yep. I'm a little silly. But Diablo has a very early Blade the Ruined King. There's a lot of vision towards bot side, so it's so interesting to me because looking at the late game, I think the side laning for Bro is actually, like, it's hard to lock down any of their targets. They have really good setup and good way to get mid lane prio. I think the problem is if they actually have to fight though, as we saw in that earlier fight, like, because the composition works by blowing someone up. Renata to me is just such a strong pick into basically everything but the Yorick. Yorick obviously doesn't, I don't really think he's really nearly as bothered as the rest of them. Because they're very reliant on bursting down the target. Renata just doesn't allow you to do that.
Yeah, the win conditions are completely opposite for both of these teams, right? It's going to be smoke and mirrors and side lanes and things like that for the Bros. And for BNK, I mean, this team fighting comp is absolutely gorgeous.
Play around Diablo.
Yep.
That's it. It's very straightforward. You have good front line, you have good engage, you have good disengage. Just enable Diablo. Walk up to any objective that you can find, and you need to start. I think the second Drake goes over to Bro as well. That'll make it a decent amount harder. I think it's actually really big for BNK to get that. We'll see Clear, or Raptor rather, Clear from top side to bot. It's very confusing when there's a player named Clear, when the Raptor
there's also
clearing, and then Raptor can also clear his Raptors.
There's a bit of that.
There's a lot of
Vikla
that.
was also playing Victor in the last game, so I mean, it just hype is there, and it's a hype series. Diablo's there, and Diablo 4 Season 10 is coming out relatively soon.
Is it? Are you still playing?
A little bit. Played a bit of Season 9. It wasn't too bad. It was basically the same as the other stuff. Flash is coming out absolutely everywhere, as Polu getting treated with some respect. Nice little handshake as the Fate's Call.
Yeah, I don't think they saw Croco, so of course they're going to go for that.
Yep, I like it. Just press
Kelly,
R.
you know, that's a good trade. Lucian Flash for your, I think you take that if you're the Renata.
All right.
I can't, we're still in the bro and brew phase.
Yeah.
You know what this is? You know how in on RTS you can be like, guys, we are playing.
It's a no rush 20.
No rush 20. And there's a little bit of poking a product, but no one's going to all in, okay? No all-ins allowed, no 2 racks, no cheese.
No. Yeah, proxy racks? No, that's not happening. As Chain will get broken here by Clear. He's just going to be able to run it off. Never mind. Croco is making his way over. There is a Raptor that's in the Dragon Pit. But Kellen is also lurking. This is looking a little scary as Diablo.
Hype did take a good chunk, but then again, Polo.
Yeah, Polo in a lot of trouble. He does have Flash, but he doesn't have his life. So unfortunately, the Flash is not going to help. And Vikler is just pushing in this top lane. Morgan is going to make his way back, but that is 2 plates that have been eradicated. Another one goes down in mid lane.
Yeah, that's also not really the matchup you want to be in as Yorick, I think.
I don't think so either.
Because you just don't have a way to lock him down. He outranges you substantially. We do have Croco. He does have a really good steal here with the Q. If he can get him, I think he's not going to be allowed near. Look at the confidence here. Diablo
just walks up.
No, I mean, Diablo was just backing in the brush. Like, he actually was like, you're not going to...
Another Chemtech as the chain is going to connect. Let's see whether they can take him down. The flash forward from Croco. But Clear is a tank, and so he just flashes away.
I feel like they could have killed, but they didn't want to run into the, you know, because they knew Jarvan was in the area, and if you run the risk of getting, like, pulled in and the play gets turned, you can lose the game off of that. Not going to be the cases. This actually is kind of a disgusting Chemtech Soul game, Atlas. I'm not going to, like, look at it.
Yeah.
Like, Kalista.
Like, everywhere.
Renata, Cassante, and then on the other side as well.
Yeah, but Yorick would very much enjoy a Chemtech Soul.
So Diablo is just continuously doing this. C target. Start hopping. Yeah. You know who really benefits from this is Ruler is just watching this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, see guys,
we're back.
And honestly, they're probably already playing it in scrims.
Oh, I'm sure
we saw what they were doing. They were ignoring the patch almost entirely. You know that they just wanted to be playing Silas, Diego, Kalista.
Unfortunately, Paulo just very straightforward. Gets flag and dragged, gets pulled back. You knew they were in the area, so you can't be dying to that.
Well, can't be dying to this either, as Hype is able to just get himself out. Doesn't have Flash, remember? That was from that earlier play. Hostile takeover comes in. Down goes the Lucian, and the flash away from Polo is going to be momentary respite. But unfortunately, BNK is starting to run away with this.
Ready are. Oh.
Emperor's Divide going to be flashed, but Closer is still going to get tagged. Just trying to get himself out, uses the Mimic in order to escape, but let's see whether it actually works out as Raptor is quickly making his way in. There's the flag and drag, and down will go Closer. The chain's going to connect, though, and he is going to get away with some funny business. Now looking to make his way in, but Vikler is able to clean up the kill, and it's even worse for the Bros.
No, Atlas, I'm no expert when it comes to tempo fights, but I feel a shift here.
I'm feeling like perhaps they're not in Bro's hands.
And decisive shift in favor of BNK.
I'm seeing that as well. There's also first turret going on over. That is going to only extend it. That is going to be feats of strength coming on in as well.
That's a disaster, right? Like, they get so much off of this play. As Hype just gets hit by the flag and drag. Gets over the wall, but doesn't have flash. Ends up going down, and even though they... Poly blocks Kalenzo, doesn't matter. Still ends up working out. And then here, I'm just kind of in awe of the fact that
his flash didn't work, yeah.
That the flash didn't work, but also that Vikla goes for that play as Diablo.
Diablo may be in a little bit of trouble as Croco is running forward, but he's immediately running away. There's the knock-up onto the Pantheon as Diablo's now starting to hop, and these Rens are going to start coming on through, but they do just destroy the Jarvan. Now the bailout is going to come in, but Diablo is unfortunately not going to survive. Still, they do have to sacrifice their Pantheon, but it's a trade-up for the Bros, and I guess they'll take that.
What did BNK mean by this?
Yeah. Where did Raptor go? Because I thought he was at full health, and then he was at 0 health. I should probably know. I was watching. But his health bar just kind of disappeared.
Maybe we're back to Murder Mystery. I kind of have a hard time keeping track of which shot. So, 1 was Murder Mystery. 2 was Art House Film, right? Like, you don't really know what you're watching, but it is cool.
Maybe this is like kind of just hack and slash. Kind of
we're trying to get a deeper layer, but there is no deeper layer. It's just it's Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
It's Pacific Rim. Oh my God, of course.
It's just B-grade hack and slash, sort of just, you know, blood and gore and stuff like that. And honestly, very fun genre. Big fan. As the Ghoulies chasing down Clear, but Clear is just kind of vibing. Of course, he is down a little bit, but he will still be Cassante in the late game. And so I think BNK well and truly sitting pretty. But this play, this was something else. So Diablo flashes, and then Raptor walks in at full health.
So he was out. he really was out. They go in with the TP, Raptor goes in, but that's...
Closer just fucks it.
Closer and Croco and Hype pop him. And then here...
Watching Clear teleport in, walk over and then say, I'll just be going back.
I am leaving. Goodbye.
Yep.
Very funny. This too is BNK, right? Like, I love that, bro. That's so like, it's such a pivotal point for both these teams. Bro, everyone's there. Got the whole gang, and then BNK are like, what if we just went in? And that's what they always do.
That's what you gotta do.
Mid lane turret falls. 2-item spike has been hit for Diablo, for Hype as well.
5 seconds as Closer is going to dash away. Yep. The Drake is now up and available. Will be the second one for either team. Not a soul point or anything like that. Is now Bro going in. Croco flashing for it. The culling. They just wipe out Diablo. And now without their Kalista, this is going to be so difficult. One after the other. They are falling. And it's a dragon as the reward. The Bros spring to life.
And yet another twist and turn as the vibes shift again. The second Drake going over to Bro. They keep the gold close. And they take out the big threat. That Kalista immediately at the start of the fight.
Oh, man. I don't know whether it actually means too much, because it's only one singular Chemtech Dragon, only the second, but still, it is a good sign.
They just weren't ready, and then I think Kellen was inside the ultimate, which is why he couldn't bail out. Now, bailout wouldn't have mattered because Clear wasn't there. I'm kind of wondering why BNK wasn't ready for a full contest, because I think it was very obvious that Bro was going to do so, and Clear wasn't there, so they shouldn't have been in that position.
I think they were just feeling themselves. I feel like that's just the BNK way.
It is the BNK way. That's what they do.
Yep. Vickler is going to hit 2 items. That's going to feel pretty nice. And there are those 2 items here for Diablo. So we will be able to see whether this extra bit of AP scaling on the Rend is going to help get these Rend sets working. The problem is it's based on when you press Rend. And so I hope he's done a lot of practice on the new patch with Kalista now, because you just have to kind of feel it, you know? Like, oh, is it going to be after this auto that I can kill him? That's what it kind of feels like to me. I don't know. We'll see whether Diablo is going to be able to get some pop-offs, though, with these Rens.
It's been good in the small skirmishes, but it is a hard game to play when you get to the actual team fights, as we saw there. Normally, though, there should be a Cassante in between him and the bad guys.
Yeah.
That Cassante wasn't there. It would be very BNK to just start Otacon here. Like, that would make a lot of sense to me.
Morgan.
He has Cleaver done. Morgan is not letting player enjoy the game.
Yeah, he still just has the free socks as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. It's just from the Christmas stocking, you know? Is that what you look forward to as well? New socks every Christmas? That was what I always looked for.
Sure. Yeah.
Loved it. Always just got a refresh on the socks. Brilliant. Okay, that's enough of that.
In the Netherlands, we have the tradition of giving, this is a different but very comparable children's like holiday festivity. We get chocolate letters.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Chocolate letters as in like a letter written in chocolate?
No, it's the letter M in made of chocolate.
Oh, that's cute. So like the first letter of your name. That's what. Oh, that's really cool.
It is. Very nice. A lot of different types of candy as well. A lot of cookies. It's wonderful.
And it's also Dutch chocolate, and that stuff's pretty good.
It is, yeah.
All right.
So,
just going to be doing a Grom.
Otacon throw?
Oh, yes.
50-50 for all the marbles?
Oh, no, it's not a throw. I don't think it's ever a throw. It's an Otacon start and hope. That's what happens on both sides.
So your belief gets tested?
Yep. And I don't know whether
I'm seeing those on the way pings.
Yeah.
Now, I think BNK should actually have a good position in a straight 5v5, right? Where they can have Clear in front, although Clear is probably going to get Yoricked.
Yeah, he is. The Yoricking has really begun in a big way. Look, the entire crew is here. Morgan with his posse just beaten down on Clear here. Oh, God, he just has to flash the entire lane. Morgan is unrelenting. As now Raptor has found a target. Croco does put up the wall, though, and that hostile takeover didn't quite work. Still, the Cataclysm is going to come down. And Diablo, this time, he's just bouncing around the fight. And he's continuing to dash in closer now. The Rend is on top, and there it is! The bailout comes through, and Morgan really unsure about what he's teleported into, as Vickler not even going to go down. And Ryu Still not celebrating yet, but I think this is a deserved Otacon for BNK.
Come on, man, not even a chuckle. Your boys just got the 4-for-0 Otacon on the way. As we gotta take another look at that. I think it was just Croco walking into them. He didn't have banana brush control.
They also just scryed. They knew that that ward was there, but they didn't know that the rest of BNK was there.
I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, they did.
If the Renata ult hits no one and you still lose the fight, that's not a good thing.
I'm gonna say it's suboptimal as Diablo flashes and gets bailed out with that last hit.
Watch him glide. By the way, as I said, he's looking to glide.
And the culling was also instantly interrupted.
And glide he did. That's one. Was looking for the bailout.
Yep. And he saw his target. Oh my goodness. There's a live reaction, by the way. Yeah, Ryu he's not celebrating yet.
That said, though, if you're this is just every day for a BNK coach.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's why Ryu is like this. That's why he's like this. Everyone thought that it was, you know, something that Faker did earlier on. No. It was nothing to do with that. Don't you worry. 2.2k gold here for this Kalista. And Diablo is an absolute menace. Okay, we're evening out the dragons as well.
I don't know what it means, Atlas. I don't know if this is enough. I do worry about the bro composition and its scaling outside of Morgan specifically in a 1v1. That part I'm very confident about. But the actual team fights, for me again, are going to be a sticking point Terminus now done for Diablo. We're getting to the point where like Vikla is also, once he finishes his next item, he can win fights by himself. There's no tank on the enemy team.
I mean, the problem is like bro should never be fighting fights. They should be doing this. Just picking someone off and saying no. We will then not team fight. We will do a bit of damage. We'll find a little bit of an angle as the all-out does come on through. Croco is delivered on a silver platter. And unfortunately, BNK are just starting to become way too far ahead as the bros, they're trying to play the tricksy playstyle. And BNK, they're like, no, we team fight, we take objective, we win game. And it's working.
There's no smite available, so they should just go to BNK. Maybe bro look for the turn on the fight.
Let's see whether they can find themselves an angle, as that is the Baron going over to BNK. And now they're looking to turn on to the bros as the Fate's Call comes on down. Morgan, is there going to be a ghoulie wall to help Polo out? The answer is no. Flag and Drag comes in, and that is just a Brom on the floor. And BNK are really starting to run away with this one now.
But the Broms hit the floor as BNK gets the Baron. Polo get taken out. And this is the kind of the tragedy for me, for Bro, once you get to this point. Like, Polo or Closer, or Polo or Croco is going to have to face check, right? Because you can't just give them Nash. But whoever face checks probably ends up dying. In this case, it's Croco. Before it was Polo, because their composition can't afford to ever fall behind, which I think with the earlier fight is the case. This actually went really low.
One health!
One health.
Okay.
So I guess it was like Polo based on the time maybe Polo smite. I didn't check beforehand. So like a Polo smite, and then maybe they try to time it with the Rend. If they got that Nash, I think the play is salvageable, but right now, Atlas, I think that unfortunately, maybe it's the 16th time that's the charm for Bro.
It is a little.
You want me to
this one.
Want me to really ham it up? Would that make you feel better?
No, that was fine. That was absolutely fine.
I was about to say, there's no way that BNK can lose from this position.
Honestly, I think it's maybe hairbet time.
They have all the... Okay, you actually want me to?
No.
I feel like you felt like it was derivative.
No.
I'm happy to. I'm happy to indulge you, Atlas. It's a 6-gamer. I don't care.
I just think that maybe it's not even worth it as BNK. They will break open this mid lane inhibitor turret. And yeah, the bro composition, I mean, honestly, when it falls behind, it doesn't look great. And it's fallen behind a while ago. 2 inhibitors are going to go down. Closer is trying his very best to get some poke, but unfortunately, just doesn't really do damage. As Hype dashing away, trying to avoid just dying to Diablo, but just a few sticks, and my god, he takes so much damage. The hostile takeover, a battle on the fountain, but the Nexus turret #1 has gone down. And Morgan at 50%. There is a culling that is dealing with most of the minion wave. That is a dead Raptor, but Polo is going to follow suit. The Emperor's Divide is going to get flashed. They're on the fountain. Diablo does have that bailout, but the Nexus turret is going to go down. Vikla finally falls.
They're dying, Atlas!
Okay, maybe an opportunity here, but now it's Clear's turn to go all out and look to finish this one off. Closer cannot get enough health back, and Diablo is just going to bounce around until this Nexus explodes. Closer doing a few tricky things, but he's not going to save this Nexus, and BNK remains supreme over the Bros.
As Diablo